Yes and no. I'm going to debate this one with you,
Okay.
Max, because I think this is a leadership issue, not a technology issue. Truly, I think it's a leadership issue. And I think if company leaders recognize and accept that passwords were an amazing invention back in 1961, but now in 2026, they're the single biggest reason for all the breaches and hacks and compromises that happen. If they accept that fact, and that every time we ask an employee or require an employee to type a password, it's like asking your kids to run across a busy road.
Hmm.
We're taking a risk every time we have to type a password. It's a colossal risk because we don't know what surveillance software is on our phones or our devices, grabbing that password.
Hmm.
So I believe leadership, non-technical leadership in companies have to make the decision. We are going passwordless. And that then cascades down to a couple of business decisions, not technical, but business decisions to say, we will only buy applications that have single sign-on. We're not going to buy apps that don't have single sign-on. And we're only going to buy hardware that has an infrared camera. So now we can do biometric authentication to the device, or if it's a MacBook, we have the fingerprint. So we're only doing biometric authentication to the OS. And now we can do single sign-on to all our apps because we've been buying apps that are SSO enabled. And we've got MFA, fish-resistant MFA turned on for everybody. And now we join those things together with conditional access policies. Boom, you are passwordless.
Okay. Now it's my turn, right? Because
Yeah,
you said you've done two key things, right? You transitioned from IT into leadership and then
yeah,
specifically non-technical leadership.
yeah,
And then you immediately follow that up with a slew of acronyms
I
that
did.
most non-technical leadership has any idea even exists, let alone what it means,
Okay.
right? So now, okay, this is great. I love this part. How do we bridge the gap between IT and non-technical leadership to explain the value and importance of these acronyms? And forget the acronyms, let's just
Yeah,
use
yeah, yeah.
outcomes, right?
Basically. Okay.
Like I don't care that like MFA does this. It's like what are they actually getting as a result of it that they
Yeah,
understand, right?
yeah,
But this, I think this is a key unlock, right? How do we get from IT into non-technical leadership that
yeah.
has to then say, we want to do this, go make this happen now?
And I'll tell you how we typically do it. We do it by referring to the example that everyone else is already using. So most execs have an iPhone, and most of them already have Face ID turned on,
Mm-hmm.
which basically is biometric authentication to the operating system, to iOS.
Mm-hmm.
And then the iOS platform has a whole bunch of apps which have SSO, single sign on. And if they're trusted by the operating system, you immediately can go into those apps. So if you open Apple native email or anything like that, you're immediately signed in. You don't need to put in a password. So now we've shown two things: biometric authentication to the platform, and then automatic pass-through authentication to the application. Now, if you try and get into your banking app, that might ask you for a second factor to be sure that this is the real Max and you are in Dallas, and you do a second factor, a prompt, or a code, whatever. Everybody understands that example I just shared. We're just replicating that on a Windows machine or a MacBook. So sit in front of your Mac, you open up your laptop, sit in front of it, scans your face, 300,000 data points, makes an instantaneous decision. This is the real Max. And we can do AI matching and say, yes, there's a very high probability this is Max. If we're unsure, ask him to type in a 6-digit PIN to verify. But most cases, it will sign you in based on your face. And then we should hopefully have single sign-on into Outlook and Teams and OneDrive and all those things, and maybe Bamboo or Salesforce or ServiceNow or all the SaaS applications you're using to run your business. And then if you're doing something tricky or more secure, maybe then you need a second factor to verify that you need elevated access to something super secure. I feel like that example, starting with the iPhone and Face ID, which everybody gets, is the best way to bridge the gap between getting a leadership mandate. It's really a mandate from leadership to say to the IT team, go passwordless and make it happen in the next 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
So
language I like to hear.
So then in that case, really what you're talking about is encouraging the IT team to walk to the leadership team and say, we want to create an iPhone experience across our environment and we need
That's
your
really
help
good.
in order to push
That's
this
really
through.
good.